Namaste Bitya, myself JVN Neha Saini from Physiotherapy and Diagnostics, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. Here I am going to tell you about the anatomy of the sacrum. Sacrum is a fused bone and it is one of the bone of your vertebral column and is formed by the fusion of 5 sacral vertebrae. The fusion started at the age of 16 to 18 years of life and completed at the age of 30 years. It is an inverted triangular in shape. Sacrum serve strong foundation for the pelvic girdle attachment, that is sacroiliac joint. It is formed the posterior wall of the lower abdominal cavity and the pelvic cavity. At the superior, that is the base, it consists of superior articular facet which articulates with the inferior articular process of L5 to forms lumbosacral joint at the L5 to S1. It has two surfaces, anterior and the posterior, and the two lateral surfaces. Anterior surface consists of transverse ridge. In the diagram we have shown the anterior view, that is the anterior surface of the sacrum, which contains the transverse ridges. As we can see, these are the transverse ridges which marks the joining of the bodies of the 5 sacral vertebrae. On the lateral surface we have the smooth area known as ala of the sacrum. So this part is known as ala of the sacrum. The anterior ridge of the sacral body, which projecting forward, is known as promontory. So sacral promontory is formed by the anterior border of the body of first sacral vertebrae. So this is the promontory. It consists of 4 pairs of anterior sacral foramina. As we can see, there are 4 foramina, 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are anterior sacral foramina. Since they are found on the anterior surface, they are known as anterior sacral foramina, and they are providing root for the anterior rami of the sacral spinal nerves. Then this is the posterior view of the sacrum. At the posterior surface, it contains the posterior sacral foramina. So here again foramina are found. These are known as posterior sacral foramina. They are providing passage for the posterior rami of the sacral spinal nerves. Then there is a term known as sacral canal. As it has been highlighted in your diagram, you can see this is the sacral canal, and it is the continuation of the vertebral canal from L5 vertebrae, and it provides passage for the roots of the sacral and coccygeal spinal nerves, and this terminates at the opening known as sacral hiatus. So this is the sacral hiatus, this U-shaped opening, this is the sacral hiatus. On either side of the sacral hiatus we have the sacral cornu. So these horns are known as sacral cornu. Then in the midline there is median sacral crest is found, which is formed by the fusion of spinous process of all the sacral vertebrae. Now the lateral sacral crest, it's formed by the fusion of transverse process of the sacral vertebrae. So this is the lateral sacral crest. So here we can see the anterior surface as well as the posterior surface of the sacrum and the location of the sacrum in the vertebral column. Now these are the attachments of the sacrum on its posterior aspect. So on the posterior aspect we can see the superior articular facet. This is articulating with the inferior articular facet of L5 vertebrae and forms lumbosacral joint. This is the ala of sacrum. Then in the midline we have the median sacral crest, and there are lateral sacral crest, which is formed by the fusion of the transverse processes, and there is intermediate sacral crest, which is formed by the fusion of superior and the inferior articular processes. So All these structures on the posterior surface, these are highlighted again on this diagram. Then we have the sacral cornu, that is the inferior articular process of the fifth sacral vertebrae. Then there is coccygeal cornu, this is the superior articular process of the first coccygeal vertebrae. Then the sacral hiatus, it is the inferior opening of the sacral canal. So these are the structures on the posterior surface of the sacrum. Now the attachments on the anterior part of the sacrum. On the anterior surface, we have the origin of piriformis muscle, which is arising from the middle three pieces of the sacrum in the form of capital E. So this is the form of capital E, and it is receiving the fibers of piriformis from the middle three pieces of the sacrum. Middle three pieces matlab S2, S3, S4 vertebrae. So in the midline we have the median sacral artery. It is the continuation of the abdominal aorta. Then we have lateral to the median sacral artery the sympathetic chain. Then at the apex or at the lower point of the sacrum, we have the ganglion impar, where the two sacral sympathetic chains are fusing. Then this is showing the muscle attachments and the ligamentous attachments on the posterior surface of the sacrum. So this is the multifidus, which is having a larger origin on the posterior aspect of the sacrum. It is enclosing the intermediate sacral crest and the lateral sacral crest. This area, it is giving origin to the multifidus muscle. Then the lateral part of the ala of the sacrum and lateral to the lateral sacral crest, this area is occupied by the interosseous and dorsal sacroiliac ligaments, which are the ligaments of the sacroiliac joint. Then the lower part of the lateral surface of your sacrum, it is occupied by the origin of gluteus maximus muscle. Then the dorsal sacral foramina, these are giving passage to the dorsal rami of S1, S2, S3, S4 nerves. S5 nerve, it is passing through the sacral hiatus. So these are the attachment on the posterior surface. This is the superior view of the sacrum. Here we can see the body of S1 vertebrae, and on the ala of sacrum, these are the neurovascular structures. From lateral to medial side, the relation is the lateralmost structure is the obturator nerve. Then medially you have iliolumbar artery. Then medial most is the lumbosacral trunk, and more medially we have the sympathetic chain. So these are the neurovascular structures at the ala of the sacrum. It is important, it can be asked in your viva, what are the relations, what are the neurovascular structures at the ala of the sacrum. So this is again the structures at the ala of the sacrum. This is the anterior view. Here we can see the neurovascular structures which are passing through the ala of sacrum, then enters into the pelvic cavity. Now the contents of the sacral canal and the sacral hiatus. Sacral hiatus gives passage to one pair of fifth sacral nerve, one pair of coccygeal nerve, and the phylum termini. It ends through blending with the periosteum at the back of the periosteum of the coccygeal vertebrae. Then sacral index. There is another term, that is the sacral index. It is an index to identify whether the sacrum is of male or female. So this can be calculated by breadth of the base divided by the anterior length of the sacrum and multiplied by the 100. If the sacral index is approximately 112, then it will be of male, and then if it is more than 112, it will be of female sacral bone. So anterior length is from your sacral promontory up to the apex, and this is the base. So base is divided by the interior length and it is then multiplied by the 100 to get the sacral index. Now come to the applied. First is the sacralization. In this, the L5 vertebrae fuses with the sacrum. This is known as sacralization. Opposite is the lumbralization. In this, S1 vertebrae fuses with the L5 vertebrae. So in the sacrum we have only 4 sacral vertebrae. These are marked as S2, S3, S4, S5 in this image. Then there is a term known as pars interarticularis. It is a part of the vertebrae which is between the superior and the inferior articular process. So this is superior articular process, this is inferior articular process. The area between them is known as pars interarticularis. Then what is spondylosis? Spondylosis refers to degenerative changes in the spine such as bony spurs, degenerating intervertebral disc. Spondylosis changes in the spine, these are frequently referred to as osteoarthritis. Then we have spondylolysis. It is the fracture in the pars articularis, is known as spondylolysis. These are somewhat confusing terms, that's why I am adding these points in this slide. So please, you must know and go through it. Next is spondylolisthesis. It is a displacement of one vertebrae over the another, and usually L5 vertebrae displaces anteriorly, although it can be at any level and at any direction. Usually occurs due to spondylolysis, that is fracture in the pars articularis. Now the questions which are important from this topic. Write short note on anatomical features of the sacrum. Then second question is contents of sacral hiatus and sacral canal. These are always confusing. What are the contents of sacral hiatus and sacral canal? So you just go through it and remember. Now this is the exercise for you. In this you have to draw this diagram, the anterior and the posterior surface of the sacrum, and label all the structures which are demarcated in this diagram, and use only black pencil or black pen for drawing this bone. Then the next exercise, you have to draw this diagram on the sacrum. You have to demarcate all the important grooves and crest on the posterior surface, as well as also include the attachments on the posterior surface and anterior surface of the sacrum. So this completes your topic. Thank you.